Right, Roy Donovan, thanks very much for joining us. It's been a while. How are you keeping?
Yeah, very good, very good. Just got pre-season out of the way now, so looking forward to the game start.
Yeah, how is pre-season? A lot of footballers say they hate pre-season, they hate the run and they hate all the fitness aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm no different to be honest with you, but no, I needed a good pre-season. I had a good summer. I got a good rest in the summer now, so I needed a good bit of running to get the cobwebs out, you know. So I'm feeling good after pre-season. We had a new obviously new management now and new coach and stuff as well, and that included a fitness coach who ran the legs off us for 3 weeks solid. So I'm feeling fit, feeling sharp, and as I said, now looking forward to the games coming, you know.
Now get us right up to date, Roy, with what you've been doing. Like last season, you run loan with Blackpool. It was going very well. Then injury, appendicitis, kind of ruined your flow a bit.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it was going really well at Blackpool, and I was really enjoying playing the championship with them, you know. And it was going well till about March, and I just came down with, as you said, appendicitis. But it's not a big deal. I got the operation done. I was back training within a month, and got the last couple of games. So it was definitely an enjoyable experience, you know. And having played a lot of games last year, I'm feeling ready for the season, you know, even more so, especially after my first season at Sunderland, where I hadn't played that much, you know, so I need to play, you know.
How did you find life in the Championship? Was it much different from the Premiership?
It's a bit more rough and tumble, and I mean, we play Saturday, Tuesday every week, so it's a bit of a grind, but it's enjoyable. It's a good league. There's a lot of Premiership clubs, you know, clubs that have been there the last 5 or 6 years, so it's a high standard, and as I said, I enjoy it. It's nice to play every week. It's a waste of time sitting on the bench for teams, you know, so I enjoyed it.
And Blackpool itself, you were telling me it's a bit like Cork.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Cork, probably in the 80s, a bit behind the times, a small bit. But no, it's a good spot. The people were lovely there. The fans are fantastic, and as I said, I enjoy playing football week in, week out.
Now you're back with Sunderland pre-season and all that. They've brought in Steve Bruce, as you've mentioned. How is Steve to work for?
Yeah, he seems a nice guy. I've had only a couple of dealings with him so far, but he seems very straightforward, very honest kind of guy. So it bodes well for the future of Sunderland. Obviously, he's gone out now and spent a bit of money as well. So I'm sure the fans will be eager to see what happens this season.
Right, you mentioned there, Roy, that he has brought in a lot of players. Darren Brent, Fraser, Campbell, among others. A lot of competition for striking places at the club.
Yeah, that's it. And there's no change from when I first came. You know, it's a lot more money being spent, and you know they're trying to progress, but you can't blame any club in the Premiership. It's a lot of money to spend, so they might as well go out and buy as big as they can, you know. And I think to be fair, Fraser, Campbell and Darren Bent are both good signings, and there'll be given plenty of competition to the likes of Kenwyn, who done well last year, and the likes of Darren Murphy, myself, and Anthony Stokes, and David Healy as well. So there's a lot of competition now, but we'll see what happens now in the coming season. Hopefully it bodes well for Sunderland, you know.
Steve Bruce has been playing 4-5-1 a lot as well pre-season, so having 6 strikers at the club, it's going to be difficult for yourself to break into that.
Yeah, I always knew that as well, and this last year of my contract now, so maybe, I mean, at the moment I've got a couple of options moving on wise, you know, so I'm trying to talk to the manager about that at the moment, but watch this space, see what happens, you never know, I might be moving on in the near future.
Is going on loan something you'd be thinking about?
Maybe, it depends on what kind of offer came my way, but I think if it came down to it and the club agreed with another club kind of finance-wise that way, then we'll talk. But at the moment, there's been not that kind of talk yet. I just spoke to the manager about it, and he said it's up to myself that it's going to be tough to break in this year. So I have to make my own decision. But as I said, I spoke to I've had a couple of clubs interested, so that's a positive sign for me, you know.
Would you be reluctant to leave the Premiership to go down to the Championship full time?
No, not at all. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I want to play football. It's all well and good saying that I'm at a Premiership club and I'm a Premiership player, but to be honest with you, I haven't played an awful lot of Premiership games, you know, so I mean, I need to be playing week in, week out, and I'm hungry to play now. I'm definitely ready to play week in, week out, as I said, after playing at Blackpool last year, so I'm confident for the season ahead. I feel fit, I feel sharp, and I'm just ready to play now.
You mentioned a lot of money being spent around Sunderland. Their aim, I suppose, is to break into maybe the top 6, get Europe this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit soon for that, but definitely, I'm sure they'll be aiming for top 10. I mean, it's a tough league, the best of times, but I'm sure they'll be quite happy not to be fighting relegation like they have been doing the last 2 years, and just kind of progressing from there, you know.
You mentioned as well playing week in, week out as well. It's important as well thinking about perhaps international prospects.
Yeah, maybe that's something that's obviously a long way off when I'm not playing week in, week out at my own club at the moment, but obviously it's a long-term ambition of mine, and I'd love to pull on the green of Ireland someday, but as I said, I'd like to be playing week in, week out club level first before I even looked at that kind of stuff.
Just mentioning your old club, Cork City, Roy, it's been a pretty turbulent time for them. Have you been keeping up to date and all that's been happening?
Definitely. Still a big fan of Cork City, of course, and it's been terrible to hear of the troubles they have been going through. But from what I hear, they're coming over it now, and hopefully they can move forward now and put all that kind of tax stuff behind them, because when I was home in the summer, they'd been on a great run. They'd won 9 games in a row, and they lost to Bohemians. That kind of killed their run a small, which obviously had a knock-on effect in terms of crowds going to the game. But they still look a good team. Obviously, new manager now and new players have to go in there. They look a strong team still, and look one of the best teams in the league. But you know, it's a shame when other stuff kind of gets in the way of the football, you know, because the football is the most important part, especially for the players, the management and the fans there. So, as I said, hopefully now they're moving on from the troubles that they've had, and they're going to progress and hopefully win a cup this season.
I have to mention your old gaffer, Roy Keane, as well. Were you surprised he took the job with Ipswich just 5 months after leaving Sunderland?
Yeah, I suppose he's not the most patient type. He wants to be involved in the game all the time, but he looks to be doing a good job there as well. So I hope it goes well for him, you know.
What was he like to deal with?
Yeah, he was a good manager, very fair, very honest, and I only worked for him for 1 year, but he was a good guy to work for, and the team done well. We achieved our goal of staying in the Premiership. Obviously last year was a bit different. I think he kind of got a bit fed up at the end and needed a new challenge, but I'm sure Ipswich should be a good challenge for him now.
All right, nice one for talking to us. We'll be keeping in touch with you throughout the course of the year, and hopefully you will be playing every week, be it with Sunderland or whoever, and we'll talk to you very soon, Roy.
No problem, Roy. Nice talking to you.